Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level business English lesson, and today we're going to be doing a case study for an international outdoor company that needs a new regional sales manager to increase its sales in South America. Now you can pause the video and read the background and the task on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Elevated Sports, based in Los Angeles, California, sells high-quality outdoor active apparel, accessories, and equipment for mountain climbing. It has stores throughout the United States and some locations in South America. Elevated Sports is currently looking for a regional sales director for its sales facilities in Ecuador, Colombia, and Chile. The task: sales revenue in South America was 25% below target this year. The problems are the sales staff is unmotivated, there is strong competition in the South American market, mainly from one company that has control of the market. The previous director did not provide enough staff training, and the previous director did not know much about South America. It is your job to choose the best candidate for the regional sales director position. All right, here's the job description. Elevated Sports needs to find a new regional sales manager to oversee Colombia, Ecuador, and Chile. The successful candidate will be responsible for completing market research and analyzing results to adjust sales and marketing strategy in South America, managing a growing team of sales representatives based in South America, researching competitors and staying up to date about changes in the market, developing and maintaining positive working relationships with key clients. The successful candidate will be hardworking and a strong leader and have a positive attitude and strong communication skills. He or she will have a bachelor's degree in business or equivalent experience, master's degree preferred, experience leading a sales team, excellent negotiation skills and a history of closing contracts, and excellent written and verbal communication skills in English and Spanish. All right, so now match the quote from the Elevated Sports team with the adjective that is being described. And you can pause the video, try these on your own, then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So we need a person who can think of new ideas. That would be creative. We need someone who is friendly and likes to be around people. That would be A, sociable. The best candidate is someone who cares a lot about the company and will stay with us for a long time. That would be C, loyal. We need a regional sales director who works extra and does whatever it takes to get the job done. That would be letter D, hardworking. We need someone who will set large goals and take risks to achieve them. That would be F, ambitious. And we need someone who knows about the competitors and wants to do better than them. That would be E, competitive. All right, I'm going to listen to part of Camila's interview and then answer the questions.
Describe your previous work experience.
Well, I started as a sales representative in a sportswear company when I graduated from university, and I was really good right from the start. I was chosen as the top sales representative for 2 years and quickly promoted to account executive. As account executive, I was responsible for managing several accounts, overseeing orders and logistics, and working with the marketing team to develop promotions. In just 1 year, I increased corporate sales by more than 40%. The job wasn't challenging enough, so I took a job at Sportista as a senior account manager. At Sportista, I was in charge of several of their large accounts.
That's some great experience. It sounds like most of your experience is working directly with clients. Do you have any experience managing a team?
No, I don't. I usually work best alone. However, I think I am ready for the challenge of managing a team.
Okay, so what strengths and weaknesses are mentioned? And what adjectives can you use to describe Camilla? And you can give some reasons for to support your answer. Her strengths are that she has a lot of experience, relevant experience. She does have the degree in business administration, and she's working toward her master's. She's fluent in Spanish and English. One weakness is perhaps that she's never has no management experience. Um, and then the adjectives that describe her: she's hardworking, she's ambitious, she's been successful in her past positions. All right, so now look at the interviewer's notes, and were you correct? What additional information does the interviewer note? Camilla is ambitious and extremely competitive, maybe too much. She's climbed the career ladder very quickly. She likes to work under pressure. She speaks very clearly and is intelligent, but she doesn't have experience managing a team, and she might not be very easy for other people to talk to. She might have valuable knowledge about Sportista. All right, and we'll listen to candidate number 2, David Romero.
David, can you tell me about your management experience?
I have lots of experience managing teams. I've managed a team here at Elevated Sports for 15 years now. I'm responsible for managing 6 regional stores in our largest market, with more than 20 employees each.
What do you know about the South American market?
To be honest, I don't know very much, but I will do my best to learn more. If I get this job, the first thing I will do is research the market and learn as much as possible. I'm a hard worker and will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
His strengths and weaknesses that are mentioned. He has a lot of experience managing teams. That's his strength. He's a hard worker, but he doesn't know much about the South American market, and he is only an intermediate level in Spanish. Here are the interviewer's notes. David is a hardworking and serious person. He is loyal and respected by his staff and clients. He's very direct and honest. He's committed to improving his Spanish. He's fairly experienced in market research and employee training. He's not very creative and relies on his staff for new ideas. He might not be able to compete in this new market. And then candidate 3 is Christian Ortiz.
What can you bring to the table in the role of regional sales manager?
I am a huge fan of Elevated Sports, and I am very enthusiastic about the brand. I am also really creative, and I think Elevated Sports needs some new ideas to compete with Sportista. I think there is a lot of potential to grow the market if we target the right areas and focus on using social media and more modern advertising strategies. I think there are a lot of opportunities that we have been missing.
Can you give me an example?
Well, I've been climbing in Colombia many times, and I know that in Colombia, there are a lot of social media influencers that people follow for mountain climbing tips. You should see their photos. They are amazing. Anyway, we can sponsor some of those athletes, send them our gear to promote. It would be a huge success.
Strengths and weaknesses, and then adjectives that you can use to describe Christian. And here are the interviewer's notes. Christian is sociable and is enjoyable to speak with. He is an experienced mountain climber and uses elevated sports products all the time. He is very enthusiastic about the brand. His energy might be what we need. He knows about all the latest marketing and sales trends, and his ideas are very creative. Sometimes he is late to meetings and can be forgetful. Can he handle all the responsibilities of this role? So now, what are the pros and cons of internal versus external candidates? Internal hiring refers to hiring an existing employee for a different position within the company. And external hiring refers to hiring a new candidate to fill a position in the organization. You can put your thoughts on that in the comments. So now take a look at each of the candidates and the notes from the interviews and discuss the strengths and weaknesses of each candidate. And then you're going to write an email to your boss, Steve, to let him know which candidate you want to offer the position. You're going to describe the person's experience, personality traits that would make them a great regional sales manager. And you can use this template and try to use adjectives and phrases from this and some of the past lessons. And another option is if you don't think any of the candidates are a good fit, explain why and suggest interviewing other people. And if you would like some feedback on that, you can write that email in the comments. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, interact in the comments. You can follow me on social media that I have listed below. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.